Hey guys, welcome to another VOD review. This time it's going to be TSM versus Golden Guardians. All you people on Reddit and YouTube, you guys are mauling like crazy because I don't go that in detail about my VOD reviews. So I'll try to be really more in detail in the VOD reviews. Usually the thing I found is that people want to be entertained more so they want to be taught. So I moved away from being educational to being more and more entertaining because that's what was getting me views. That's seemed like what people wanted to see more. But there's been this huge uproar about analysts don't actually watch games. So I usually watch every game at least once, and I'll also VOD review separately on my channel. So yes, at the very least I watch every game once or twice for most of the game. So yeah, let's start. Luck's still incredibly good champion. Hui plays it a lot, Froggen plays it a lot. Let's actually go through the bans a little bit. Irelia I actually really don't understand. I don't think Froggen's a great Irelia player. I think Haunter's just an okay Irelia player, and Irelia kind of plays away from Golden Guardians' style. I know Irelia Sejuani OP, but I think TSM could easily handle Golden Guardians Irelia, so a little bit of a questionable ban for me. Lux, both Froggen and Hui are excellent on it, and it's usually a purple side first rotation pick, so very understandable ban. Sona, you don't want to play versus Sona in NA, understandable. Karma, you don't want to play versus Karma support or Karma top. These are just like OP champions people aren't willing to play. I mean, so far I understand all the bans except for maybe the Irelia one. Let's keep watching. What else pops up? Jarvan, one of Contract's best champion, also this threatens Sejuani first pick, and you can't reply with Jarvan when Jarvan's gone. And I would say Zben's most played champions and Zben's best champions are champions like Sivir, not so much Xayah, but one thing that kind of fucks Sivir and Xayah right now in the meta is Jarvan. Like Jarvan, the engage is too guaranteed and too long range, and it's really bullshit for champions like Xayah and Sivir. Anytime you don't have flash up and you get Jarvan ulted, that means you die. So that's what the Jarvan ban does. It makes the Sejuani first pick stronger, and it also makes the Sivir and the Xayah pick stronger. I would be really fucking surprised if they took Aatrox here, because, I mean, yeah, what the fuck? You banned Jarvan, so Sejuani first pick has to be it. No. Sejuani. Wow, Tahm Kench first pick? Was Jarvan banned? TSM, I disagree. I think it should be a Sejuani here. Also, because Jarvan's gone, a lot of the champions that are going to be made stronger by Tahm Kench, like even champions like Jinx, aren't that much in danger. I really disagree with the Tahm Kench first pick here, and it's not like it's better than, it's not like they're playing versus Ole definitely. So when you're versus Ole definitely, I can understand the Tahm Kench first pick here, but it's not definitely Hui. It's FBI Hui. This graphic is wrong, but really don't understand the Tahm Kench first. Azir blind first pick. Oh. Braum Sylas straight into Tahm Kench. So Sylas kind of pushes away the Sejuani pick because Sylas level 1 can fuck with Sejuani, and also Sejuani ult really good for Sylas to steal. It doesn't just completely negate the Sejuani pick, but it's definitely something to think about. Also, Braum into Tahm Kench means we're just going to farm out bottom, and let's go into team fight, and Braum will be more efficient in team fights. Braum is like another version of Tahm Kench that's just more functional in team fight, and in a sense easier to play. Graves jungle, that ain't happening. There's the Sejuani pick. I think Sejuani pick should have came out first. Maybe they didn't want to pick Sejuani first because they're afraid of playing it into Tahm Kench, but Sejuani's still just so strong as a champion. Also, Ezreal Tahm Kench here, I really kind of don't understand. There's just stronger bot lane duos that they could have taken that's a little bit more forceful. This is just like, we're going to play 1-3-1, we're going to play around solo lanes. I guess that's their game plan, so I can actually try to explain this part. Tahm Kench Ezreal are very independent bot laners. where Sejuani, her early clear is kind of weak and she's really strong whenever she hits 6, and she's a monster in team fights. And you can kind of bypass Sejuani being weak in the first clear and in early parts of the game by pairing her up with strong solo laners, because Sejuani still has a very strong 2v2 when she's paired up with melee champions that can help her proc the stun very easily. So TSM kind of setting up for, we're going to be independent on bot side and we're going to play to our top side with Sejuani. That's what their first 3 picks are signaling to me. Golden Guardians, on the other hand, going to have very strong top side with Aatrox, Sylas, and also a very strong team fight with Braum. Their bot lane is going to be a little lackluster though. Let's see what they end up picking. Jace because they know Jace and Sejuani pairs well together, and also Broken Blaze, a very known Jace player. Golden Guardians are just going to try to ban out champions that go well with Sejuani, and it looked like TSM banning out Sivir, a great champion, into Ezreal. They're just going to try to ban out ADs that's going to be good into Ezreal. So probably stuff like Sivir because they have Braum, Lucian. Akali, another champ that Broken Blade and Bjergsen both plays that's good with Sejuani. It's going to be like a Lucian ban. Champions that are good into Eds. Ooh, Corki ban. So what a Corki ban does is it prevents Golden Guardians from force picking Corki as a blind pick. And they're going to have to take their AD here and fifth pick for Froggen, which is weird because I'm pretty sure Froggen wanted to fifth pick anyways. I guess they thought, oh, he really wants the Corki pick here for some reason. Kai'Sa Braum. Now this is a fucking teamfight monster, but the laning is going to be garbage. No way it's dead. Ooh, Kiana, I would love to see the Kiana. Kiana's a champion that pairs really well with Sejuani. I would have loved to seen TSM go for something a little bit more stylish with Kiana blind mid. Azir works out okay. Veigar, Vel'Koz, Cho'Gath. Veigar, Vel'Koz, I think it's like callouts to Froggen, like, hey, play the Veigar, play the Vel'Koz, play the Anivia. Like, these are callouts to Froggen saying, hey, play these against Anivia. Or play these against Azir. Camille, another champion that pairs really well with Sejuani. So it looks like TSM's game plan is going to be bot is going to be independent. We're going to play through mid, and mid is going to keep things pushed out while we're focusing on top side of the lane, or top side of the map, and that's our core game plan. Sejuani, Camille, killing people. On the other hand, for Golden Guardians, their core game plan looks to be playing around side lanes. Braum, Kai'Sa, extremely strong at level 6, but they're going to get pushed in often. They're going to not have control of the lane. It's going to scale well, and it's going to be very strong in these small skirmishes and TP plays. But generally, you're not going to have control of the lane as Braum, Kai'Sa until level 6, where you can start having a little bit of kill potential. TF, his goal is going to be to help the side lane much as possible. So a big point that we're going to be looking at this game is kind of the push and pull of Azir versus TF on who can get control. Once TF has control and he starts affecting side lanes with Sylas, like TF, Sylas diving a Camille with Aatrox, TF porting down bottom and like getting fight started with Kai'Sa and Braum. A lot of things are really dangerous for TSM, so both teams are going to be very conscious about who has mid lane control. Everything's going to stem from mid lane control. It's just really hard for TSM to force stuff when they don't have mid control, because yeah, TF can always port. And same thing for Golden Guardians, when they don't have mid control and they try to force stuff, Azir's just going to be smacking on mid so much. Froggen on a roaming champion. This is one part of Froggen's game I criticize him a lot for, that he's not able to be as strong of a player when he's on champions like TF, when he's on champions that are forced to roam and help other lanes. So let's see how good of a job he does with it. Items, nothing weird. Nothing weird. Everyone just went standard items. Looks like GGS abusing their very strong level 1. Sylas has 2 spells at level 1. Braum, one of the strongest level 1 champions. You can see TSM positioned way far in the back. They don't want to fuck with Sylas. They don't want to fuck with Braum or TF. Looks like TSM had an extremely defensive level 1. GGS just made a round to see if anyone was waiting in the tri-brush, anyone they could kill. No one there. This is a really nice start for Sejuani. So normally what I probably expected Golden Guardians to do is actually late invade on the red, because Sejuani is a champion where if you don't get the leash, you're absolutely fucked for your first clear. And because Golden Guardians has a much stronger level 1 with the Braum, the Kai'Sa, the Sylas, I thought they could have late invaded the red, forced Acadian off the red, forced him to start somewhere else, and really fuck with his level 1. They actually didn't do any of that. I think a little bit of a missed opportunity. Let's see what Acadian does. Wow. 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 I think that was to protect Broken Blade from the level 2 gank. I think that was to protect Broken Blade because he wanted to push up the lane. Protect Broken Blade in case of a level 2 gank. He's trying to gank. I don't think he was trying to gank there. If he's trying to gank, the wave is so fucked for him to gank. They would have played the wave differently if they were trying to gank. Maybe they had plans to gank initially, but with how the wave played out, I don't think that was a gank attempt at all. This dive plan, I'm pretty sure this was a little bit more spontaneous. Also, why is Sven and Smoothie so low? You should not be this slow in this lane. Contracts covered the ward. So Contracts here has Scuttle, Gromp, and Wolf. He has 3 camps to do, and this is the route he wants to be doing. And then recalling here, and then going back to top side. Wow, just TSM bot taking so much free chunks. TSM bot took so much free chunks. Now they're in a... This dive was not planned at all. Contracts wanted to do rest of his camp on blue side. TSM failed their gank top. Oh my god, guard. The whole point of picking Ezreal Kench is you're independent and you don't need help and you're not going to lose out on stuff. When you pick Ezreal Kench and you start getting dove like this, it's actually really bad. Because you're supposed to have wave control. You're not supposed to be this chunked as Ezreal Kench. You're supposed to be undiveable. Oh. These deaths from TSM bot lane, or this death particularly from TSM bot lane, is really punishing. Because now it kind of opens the wound up from bot lane, and Golden Guardians has a point that they can abuse. They can be like, we should keep abusing this bot lane. Like, they fucked up, they burned flashes and summoner spells on Kench. And your first back as Ezreal is really important, right? So you want to time your first back where you can get Sheen. Or if you're going to get tier, you're getting tier plus pickaxe or something like that. Like, just a straight tier buy gives you 0 stats in lane. And yeah, that's a really shitty spot for an Ezreal to be in, where you had to recall, come back to lane with just a tier. It leaves you so vulnerable. Like, it makes right now TSM's bot lane is in such a vulnerable spot. And they also didn't get things done top lane when Acadian went to gank. So they aren't even accelerating from top side of the map. Right now, both teams' focus should be bot lane. Golden Guardians on how we can abuse this bot lane, what we can do with the opportunity that we've created, and TSM on how we're going to patch this up and how we're going to make sure we don't bleed any further. They really cannot be bleeding further. If Contracts knows, bot side is the way to go. There's a pink there, Contracts. They know Bjergsen recalled. They have better reset timers because TF has a TP. They have bot control. They're going to take the dragon. Contracts recalling. Going to go for his topside camps. Oh. Contracts finished the recall. I guess not. Oh. Okay, now he finished the recall. Is he gonna get a completed item from that? Okay, so he wanted to complete his item and I think he didn't have enough gold. Yeah. So why I really wanted Contracts to recall is Contracts' next pathing has to go like this. If his pathing actually went the other way and then he stayed, and his pathing goes like this, it's really bad. Because he doesn't want to end up on top side. He wants to end up on bot side of the map. So he had to take the recall and start looking for the bottom pathing as soon as possible. There's still a little bit of window before Kench flash comes up. TF has ult. They really want to take advantage of this window. Wow, they're not. Kai's at level 6. Kench doesn't have flash. They can start getting control bot side. I would love to see them go bottom. Oh, this is just a waste of time. What are you doing on top side of the map? You guys are so much stronger on bot side. I guess you're just doing camps, and that's kind of cool. I feel like Contracts could have gone mid with TF, gotten control, and forced something bottom. He's staying top side so much. You're not getting anything done by being top side. I just don't understand. Like, Kent and Ezreal made themselves vulnerable by making mistakes, and Contracts isn't punishing it any further. He's just wasting so much time on top side. He has no idea what he needs to be doing. You're on the wrong side of the map. It's really hard to kill the Camille. He's still on the wrong side of the map. Wait, what about your bottom camps and stuff? What are you doing here? Why were you topside the Contracts? What are you doing? I'm speechless. Wait. How is his decision making that bad? He stayed on top side of the map for like the last 4 minutes. After the reset, I was like, oh, this reset's perfect. He has his finished jungle item. He's going to get red, and he's going to jungle towards bottom, and Health Frog and get control and die bottom over and over again. This play should have happened so much earlier, and they had to burn 2 stopwatches to get this play done, and they gave over Herald to TSM. But this play could have been done like 2 to 3 minutes earlier. And it's just so confusing. I really don't understand this like Herald start. What was the goal of this Herald start? Like, why was the goal not diving the bot lane without flashes earlier, and your pathing seems so natural to dive bot lane? And they end up burning 2 stopwatches. Alright, let's retry to figure out the game on what both teams need to be doing. Well, TSM bot lane still very vulnerable. Still very diveable. Can't sprint flash again. And Golden Guardians has a lot of control from mid and bot side. Very good Herald timing from TSM. 30 seconds until place are gone. Able to get the place, able to get the chunk on mid. TSM lost their opportunities to do stuff whenever bot started fucking up, and they were immediately in like recovery mode. They were immediately in a situation where they're like, we need to recover bottom. Why is Bjergsen getting caught here? Okay. So right now, they had 3 people coming in here, right? And clearing out wars. Until there's more people, it's really dangerous. Bjerg needs to be mid and pushing, and there needs to be more people backing him up. He shouldn't be going here. This is a really bad spot to be in until Kent and Israel are on the same side. He went here too early. Before Kent and Israel are like really connected to him, so he has to burn cleanse, has to run away, has to burn his ultimate. Really overeager for Bjerg to try to be contesting vision way too early. Now they're going to end up giving up Dragon because of this. Bjerg doesn't have TP. This is going to be straight 3v4. If TSM comes to contest, like Golden Guardians will just eat them up. Contract says at 0 ult. You should at 0 ult. Oh, that was close. Oh, Golden Guardians is actually so bad about snowballing the game. TSM bot lane gave them such a good opportunity. They're still holding control pretty well. But TSM is just making so much dumb mistakes. From like people I don't expect them to make mistakes. Like it's from people like Smoothie and Bjerg where the mistakes are coming out. I mean, Zeben somewhat, but like the big mistakes I feel like have been from Smoothie and Bjerg. Smoothie, Bjerg, Zeben, those three. Well, if you had to name three best players on TSM, it would probably be like Smoothie, Bjerg, Zeben, or Smoothie, Bjerg, Broken Blade. This should have been happening a lot earlier for Golden Guardians. Like these kind of bot lane fights, it's so good with Kai'Sa and Braum. Let's review how this one started. Stun on contract, or stun on the KDN from out of brush. They want to collapse on one side and keep other sides separate, which is what they're doing right now. Going on Tahm Kench, usually the play. Tahm Kench, very squishy if you can burst him immediately, and there's no point to going on other people because, I mean, if you go on other people, Tahm Kench eats you. Froggen doing a good job of joining Bjerg. Bjerg has to flash out immediately. They're able to kill the Kench. Broken Blade going back in. Can't commit. Instead of using ult, flashing out. You won the fight. Get out. Get out. You won the fight. Get out. Fight is done. You already won. Now, both teams, what they're looking to do is get back to lane ASAP. They need to recover and get back to lane. Oh, contract. What are you doing there? He's clearing ward. Q. R. That was so troll. His whole team has to go around for him to do that. You should have just waited. Oh, if he just waited a little bit. I mean, Froggen made the situation good by ulting and finishing the kill, but it's still a 1-for-1. So, yeah, right after the fight, it's really important that everyone gets to lane ASAP, and looks like everyone recalled, no one really stayed behind. People going to lane immediately. GGS still very set on busting open the game from bot side. Ezreal finally stabilized, and he has 2 items, so he can start getting control of the lane. Gonna be a little bit harder for GGS to force it down. While this play is happening, good on TSM to catch Haunter, who was kind of out of position. Golden Guardians need to make a play on bot side. They can't just sit and wait. This play happened. You need to move and you need to start effect. Like, contracts, what are you doing here? Like, this is like the part of the game I don't understand. So you see the wave is here for Golden Guardians, right? And it's about to hit bottom. Contracts and TS needs to hover right here and threaten this. But instead of doing that, they went for, like, contracts went for Wraith. Why? You need to be threatening bot side. And they got the turret anyways. They probably felt like they were secure enough where they can get the turret. Here's the thing though, if you feel like your bot lane's gonna get the turret anyways, instead of getting Wraith, you should be getting ready for the next play, which would be either top lane or mid lane. So if he either goes bot side. If he doesn't need to go bot side, he should either be in mid lane or top lane getting ready for the next play. Well, they lost mid lane. They had bot lane for free, and they gave up mid and this Earthstrike because they wanted to contest Wraith. Holy fuck. Doran was right. Contracts is playing like dog shit. Just the decision making so bad. Oh, Juanito. Well, Golden Guardians did know the next play, which was topside, and they went for it properly. Oh, I don't like this Baron call at all. I think this Baron call is so bad. Okay. Well, I hate Baron calls like this because you don't even have mid turret yet, and you don't even have that much control. Like, this is just like blunt abuse. Like, this is just like, we're gonna start Baron for no. This is just, there's no reason to start that Baron. You just slow down your tempo of doing things. How are these catches happening? Clearing vision by himself, almost died. Golden Guardians makes a lot of small mistakes that fuck up their overall tempo of doing things, and it makes them very slow to snowball. Like there's just like small mistakes that Contracts made, that Froggen made, that's like slowing down the game a lot. Where it should be like pedal to the metal for them. Oh, let's rewatch this fight a little bit slowly. Getting control on mid side, see the Sejuani, going for the Sejuani. Oh, stun lock could have been done a little bit better. Who he didn't commit with the ultimate. Who he committed with the ultimate a little bit too late. Commit now, ult and kill, ult and kill, ult and kill. He waited until everyone's out of distance. You should W ult right away. You should ult this distance right away. Try to hit 2 people. Knock up Acadian before the rest of his team can come in. Never went in. Ult came out too late. Have to back off immediately. If they were gonna commit, they should have committed. It was just really half-assed. I'm not here is the caveat though. They probably don't win the fight if they insta-burst the Sejuani like that. Because you just wasted everything on Sejuani and you don't have ways to fight back. So they probably technically lose the fight afterwards if they committed like that. But the problem is, if you're going to do that kind of a play, you either commit to it and kill the Sejuani and get out, or you don't do the play at all. It's just very wishy-washy. TSM inching their game way back into the game. Golden Guardians double Inferno. Let's see this. This is the part of the game where Ezreal's better than the Kai'Sa. In the mid lane 3v3 or the 2v2, Ezreal can get control on the Kai'Sa every single time because Ezreal just outranges the hell out of Kai'Sa. Golden Guardian's answer to everything is just randomly start Baron. They're like, we see Camille boss side, they have vision on us, just start Baron, guys. Just randomly start Baron, guys. Force the team fight at Baron. Make it happen, Captain. They come out slightly ahead on this, but I'm just not sure if they have to play it like this. Alright, let's see the lead up for this play. TSM's on Dragon, they see Camille bot side, they're like, okay, we're gonna start Baron right now. We see Camille bot side. TSM immediately responds, walks up in there. Immediately going. Smoothie doesn't have smite. Acadian flash ult. Flash smite 50-50. Golden Guardians forced a 50-50 situation where they barely won out. Broken Blade coming in. Oh, he misplayed it slightly. He wanted to dodge the gold card. Oh my god, Haunter. What a monster. Look at Haunter right here. Knock up. That Aatrox Q. What a beast. Oof, E-auto. Got him. Not in love with that play. Golden Guardians forced the 50-50. Barely came out ahead in the 50-50. It just wasn't necessary that they play like this. Froggen's so hyped. Well, Guardian's still in control. They have Baron. 1 minute 40 left on the Baron. Let's see how they use it. Pushing 2 lanes. Yeah, Froggen going back, getting the top side. Wow, they got so little out of the Baron. They just got 2 turrets. Wait, what the fuck? Why were they so defensive? Okay, they're here. Why is Froggen moving down? He should be constantly pressuring the wave. Froggen should have pushed this wave in. Get this. Rotate topside. Rotate topside. Oh, the way they played with the waves was really bad. If Froggen pushed in the wave earlier and they could have just transitioned much smoothly. Like, they're not getting both waves to crash at the same time. I think they should have gotten at least 3 turrets and maybe threatened for the inhib, but I'm not sure about the inhib part, but 3 turrets for sure they definitely could have gotten. Broken Blade attempt the side lane play, both Froggen and Smoothie coming in with their ultimates and helping out. Next Inferno coming up. Denying, so right now the next Inferno is so important for both teams. For Golden Guardians, getting 3 Inferno means, I mean, you have 3 Inferno, you will never ever lose another team fight. For TSM, getting that 1 Inferno makes it, it just catches you up so much. Because Inferno, I think like number it gives is like first Inferno, first one is 10%. Is first one actually 10%? No way. I thought it was like 6 or 7. Anyways, like the first one is a big chunk, and then it goes little chunk, little chunk. So denying that team the first big chunk of upgrade from the getting the first Inferno Drake is really big. So Golden Guardians wants to prevent that. And also, once Golden Guardians gets 3 Inferno Drakes, no more dragons are spawning. Actually, this is late enough in the game. I don't think any more dragons are going to spawn anyways. But yeah, like getting that right now, both teams are just dying to make sure the other team doesn't get the Inferno, and they're going to be heavily focused on it. Like once you get 3 Inferno, like you already have a Braum Kai'Sa, so your team fighting was already like untouchable pretty much. Just getting the Inferno makes it god mode. Yep, set up nicely for it, not pulling it, denying the choke. You can see TSM. This is not a nice position to fight. TSM does not like this position. This choke is way too narrow. They don't want to fight on this choke, but they're just going in right away. And they're forcing it in. They're like shoving it in and forcing in the fight from this small choke. One, Golden Guardians didn't do a good job of pulling out the dragons, so they can be positioned more around here instead of around here. This is bad. You want to be here. They didn't pull out the dragons, so one, like it makes it easier for TSM to walk through the choke. And two, if they wait, the Inferno Drake's gone. So they just have to go immediately. They have to go immediately. So they're going immediately. They made it out of the choke. Buying time with the Sejuani. They got the 3rd Inferno. That should be nail in the coffin for TSM. There's no way they should have won this game. There's no way, no how. 3 Inferno Drake on Kai'Sa, Braum. Holy fuck. Team fights are over. I'm going to deal with Broken Blade split push. So what they need to do is they just need to buy time until Froggen has TP. And they can do this play. Push up mid. TF gank bottom. And then TF TP back to Baron. Push mid, gank bot, TP back to Baron. That's going to be Golden Guardian's game winning play. TF ult bot. And then TP back to Baron. Tahm Kench ult can't follow that distance, especially when they're on the Baron side. No, Golden Guardians just buy time for TF ult, and then you have the game winning play. TF, ult bottom, TP back to Baron. That's the Golden Guardians' game winning play. You have the game winner here. Oh, you don't need to start there early. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Look at the TP timing. Oh my god, it's a game winning play. Oh, it's a game winning play. Why do they do that? TF almost has TP. Just wait. It's a... Like, that play has no counter. TF TPs behind Camille. Goes on Camille with Aatrox. And then both the Aatrox and the TF can TP towards Baron if TSM started Baron and take a 5v4 and then take Baron. Oh my god, it's a game-winning play. All they have to do is wait. This is just so dumb. You deserve to lose. This macro is just fucking god awful. This is not... There's no winners in this game now. Both TSM and Golden Guardians can't win this game. There's no winners, just two losers. There's no true winners in this game now. Oh my god, that was so bad from Guardians. Oof. And TSM's utilization of Baron, let's see how well they do with it. Pushing top. Broken Blade backed up a little, waiting till other people show top. Multiple people showing top, now he's pushing bottom. Yikes. Why didn't they do this play earlier? These motherfuckers. They do the play now. TF ult bottom. Kill the target. Both of them teleport topside. Why didn't... If you knew that this play is possible, why didn't you do it at Baron? Why didn't you do this play at Baron if you knew how to do this play? Oh, I just don't understand. They knew that play, like they had it in their head. They just found out how to use TF. Oh, it's so frustrating. They went Elder because they killed Camille and they felt like TSM couldn't contest because they were in base. They thought it was free. I think they could have pushed up top and then set up Elder and do it, but Golden Guardians, like their macro has been very one-dimensional and simplistic like now. Alright, let's see this Elder Dragon Power play. Baron coming up. They're not controlling waves well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here, I hate the direction of Haunter's moving. Why is he going mid? Shouldn't you be top side? Shouldn't you push this wave out all the way to here at least? Shouldn't one person be bottom pushing this out? Baron's coming up in 52nd. Golden Guardian's not tending to side lanes. This is like classic ARAM. This is actual just ARAM. This is literally like the... You know, like the whole meme of NA doesn't know how to play side lanes? This is actually NA doesn't know how to play side lanes. Dude, if TSM has a brain, they're like, well, they're not clearing bot lane, they're not clearing top lane, so they're fucking baiting here. No, guys, don't go into the fog. These fuckers aren't controlling side lanes. They're literally not controlling side lanes. Holy fuck. They're literally not controlling side lane. Okay, now Baron's up in a second and you still haven't controlled either side lane. You're still losing both side lanes. You had Elder Dragon for 50 seconds and you didn't control either side lane and now Baron's up. The only way TSM can win is through split push. You have a stronger team fight and you decided not to control side lanes. What? GGS, what? Oh my god, GGS. Another 50-50. That's the third 50-50 from winning position on the map. There are no winners. TSM did not win this game. Holy shit. This is legitimately a game where both teams lost. Wow. My biggest criticism goes, if I had to pick one person out, it would be Contract for this game. This game was god awful from him. And whoever the fuck is shot calling for Golden Guardians, I have no idea whoever's shot calling, but this shot calling is fucking god awful. They had no idea how to play side lanes at all. Holy fuck. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for my VOD review. Just NA's in a tragic state right now. Jesus.